Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for June 18th, 2026. We've got another Prosperity Heavy Kingdom today, similar-ish to the one a couple days ago, but with some corn guilds coming along for the ride. We've got, once again, no plus actions. We don't have colonies this time, but Charlatan and Investment and Expand and Bank are all back. Trashing is Investment, Butcher, and Expand. There is Draw and Vault and Journeyman, but again, no plus actions. Gains. Candlestick Maker is the only plus buy, and then there's Butcher and Expand, so pretty limited looking kingdom. Getting a bunch of peddlers seems a bit challenging here because it's going to be hard to get the critical mass of action cards in the first place. That being said, peddler is an excellent target for butchering into province. I think we're going to want to focus on Butcher here as our terminal. There is also Charlatan, though. That is awkward. Possibly we play with both and just sort of hope for the best. But yeah, definitely an awkward kingdom overall. I guess we'll open with a silver and an investment. And I mean, as much as we might like to butcher estates, I think we probably need to go ahead and trash. Not with the investment. Probably just take another silver. I'm thinking about, like, is there any room here for Candlestick Maker? Doesn't feel like it. I mean, Candlestick Maker is like the only way that we're gonna ever get even moderately cheap peddlers, but what a sad kingdom. Jeepers. The problem is like drawing multiple Candlestick Makers together. I mean, Candlestick Maker does play nicely with Butcher. I will give it that. Not that we have one of those yet. We have one estate and a silver down there, so 5 out of 7 chance to hit 5 by not bottom decking the silver, plus 2 and 7 chance to hit 5 by bottom decking the estate. So between the two of those, it's a 2 and 7 times 5 and 7 chance to do neither of those, which would be 10 in 49 chance to both see this estate and bottom deck the silver and not hit 5. So a little less than 1 in 5 chance. In that world, I think we might prefer to have gotten this silver. Otherwise, I think Candlestick Maker is fine. I think I will get the Candlestick Maker. I don't know. It could definitely be wrong. Bot goes with Charlatan first. Yeah, that could certainly be correct. Not great stuff to butcher into early on either. Yeah. Okay. We definitely do want to get another investment. Do we want that now, or do we take... I mean, we're not going to... We shouldn't have trouble hitting 5 again. So it might be a good idea to just take the investment now, save the coffer. I mean, if we bottom deck the Charlatan and the silver, we could fail to hit 5, I guess. But I'll say that's not too likely. Fortunately, we're going to get to trigger a shuffle before the bot can give us a curse. All right, is there any argument for getting an expand over a butcher? I don't know that there is too much. And then the other question is, do we even take that second terminal now, or could it possibly be correct to just take a peddler? It would facilitate us getting more peddlers in the future. I mean, we could, if we collide Candlestick Maker with a terminal, then we can get a 4-cost peddler. It's obviously nicer. We still got 2 estates left to trash with the butcher. Yeah, let's get the butcher. I don't know. Well, okay, I guess we don't, in fact. And the bots, Charlatan missed its shuffle, which is great. Maybe I do trash copper here. Could take a second Candlestick Maker. The estates for the butcher, or at least try to. I mean, obviously, like, colliding them is by no means trivial, but why not, I guess. Yeah, figures. Alright, I think we play the Charlatan. We can indeed get a peddler. I think that's probably just the best thing to get. Bot gets a gold. Can certainly see the case for that. The bot has 3 investments. Would it be totally ridiculous to buy an 8-cost peddler here? Probably. If we're going to do that, probably better to just take a province. But, gold is definitely not unreasonable. Yeah. Trashes Charlatan to Journeyman? Well, I'll certainly accept that. That's a wild thing to do. Alright. Do we get yet another Candlestick Maker? We could take another investment. Wouldn't mind having one more investment. Sure. And then I guess we buy a peddler. This is actually being close to how much money we could expect investment to possibly earn. That's not money, VP. Hmm. Depending on what we want to buy here. I mean, it's still only 2 VP. Yeah. I think I'll hang on to it. We could just go ahead and get a province here. On this board, I don't think that's unreasonable. I think I will. Make use of our money. Bank. Interesting. Do I want anything here? Is there any card that we add to the deck here that we think makes the deck better? I kind of don't think so. Like, fourth investment is probably too much. Something into Candlestick Maker is one thing, but taking another one doesn't really make a lot of sense. I guess we could consider like another Butcher. That would be maybe the one thing. I mean, I guess it could also be another Charlatan for that matter. You have 12, 13, 17 cards in our deck. So, like, if we're very fortunate, they're all spread out, and that works out fine. Yeah, I'll take the Charlatan, I guess. Well, this isn't a great start for that. Crashes investment into investment. Why? Why? What is that about? I guess I wasn't thinking about the peddlers. That makes our deck a little bit shorter, makes the collision a little bit more likely. Still, we at least didn't multi-collide here. How do we trash investment for 1 VP? Do we want 3 investments in our deck at this point? How many more times are we going to shuffle? Like, I mean, potentially quite a few. There's still 6 provinces left. The bot doesn't have a Charlatan anymore, so we don't have that to worry about. We do still have copper, obviously. I'm thinking I'm just going to buy double peddler this turn. I really don't know. I think I'm going to trash 1 investment. Two investment is, well, I'm buying double peddler. I don't need to play this one anyway. Yeah. Okay. Bot is not about to trigger a shuffle, so playing the Charlatan looks relatively good. I think we do this way. How come I can't collide Butcher with Peddler? I have more Peddlers. The bot is not threatening to double province this coming turn because it's got no Butcher left in its deck. I think it is probably correct to take province here. One, two, three, four, five, six. We're like a little bit short of Butcher Peddler to province by province. Unfortunately, the bot did just now shuffle its deck. Yeah, right now I'm wishing I had trashed these investments. I underestimated how quickly the rest of this game would play out. I just had not, like if I had the Charlatan down here, would that help? I don't know, maybe it wouldn't help. Anyway, I don't think it helps me to not play this Peddler at this point. Well, okay, if we go province to province, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we're 1 coin short. Ugh. We really needed to not collide these investments like this. Should have just trashed them. Yeah, I think we just gotta go double Duchy, unfortunately. This could well be game losing. Buy a free Peddler for all the good that's going to do. Well, should we buy a Duchy? I mean, well, it's not like we have money to get another like, it's not like we can threaten double next turn anyway. So we probably should spend the coffers. Okay, well, the good news is that the bot drew its Butcher dead. The bad news is that we don't hit province. Okay. I really thought I was going to lose this one. I didn't Butcher like anything this whole freaking game. Sure, I'll take a free Peddler. I just did not... I mean, I could have obviously butchered Peddler to province at the end there, but... Like, maybe I should have taken second Butcher instead of second Charlatan. I don't know. Let's see. So the first time I saw the Butcher, I also saw the Charlatan and played it, which I think made sense. Second time, estate and investment. No, that's fine. Yeah, I do regret not trashing the investments more aggressively on that one shuffle. Then Yeah, this was a pretty bad turn. Shuffles were definitely a little lopsided. Here we played the charlatan again. Should I possibly have butchered Peddler to Province there instead of playing the charlatan? I don't remember what my reasoning was at the time now. Let's see. I had this meant copper 2 Peddler. No, that's the bot. Butcher, Peddler, Copper, and that's meant Charlatan. I mean, I did want to give out the curse, and the Charlatan is worth, 3 coins, but the Butcher, Peddler. Yeah, we Butcher Peddler, and then we don't really get to do anything of note with our buy phase for what that's worth. We did spend a coffer net to buy this province. Had we butchered the Peddler, obviously we wouldn't have done that. In fact, we would have gained coffers, but we wouldn't have given out the curse. I don't know. So that's 3 times drawing Butcher and only played it once because the other 2 times I collided with Charlatan, which is probably worse than expectation, even with the addition of the second Charlatan at some point. So that's obviously was part of the issue. And then here, I mean, this just happened where we were just a little bit short. Like if we'd seen like with the first Peddler, if we'd just seen a copper instead of the investment, we would have had the win right there, right? Butcher, like, because then instead of 2 investments, which we can't play both of them, we play the copper first and then play the investment. I know I had seen. Oh no. So where were my coppers this shuffle? In the last hand? 2 copper there. Yeah, I guess I only had 2 copper left. Okay. That play to go in for Journeyman was really weird to me. Yeah, so here, if we hadn't taken the duchy, the second duchy, we would have had 3 coffers. We would have been able to buy province. So that would have actually been better, as it turns out. My assumption was that, well, number one, I thought I would have an easier time hitting province, but I did still have both of my coppers to draw through, which I don't think I realized, and a province. But yeah, I was also thinking, like, now the bot can play Butcher, and even if it can't get 2 provinces, it can get multiple victory cards, and then if all I can do is buy a province, that might not be enough. Although I guess it looks like, as it turns out, it would have been enough. The bot, we won by 4. It's like, even if, well, no, that's not true. If I hadn't gotten the duchy and the bot had gotten a duchy, like an extra duchy, then that wouldn't have been enough to just empty on province. Yeah, all right. Well, anyway, I mean, similar to the other day, this kingdom, not that there's no skill involved in it, but it's very, very uncontrolled, and so very high variance. So I just, managed to avoid the unfortunate outcome that I had a couple days ago. But yeah, not really. I don't know. I'm not going to say I played it perfectly or anything, but there's not really like a way to approach this where it's like, oh yeah, this is totally going to win. I don't know. I guess the other thing it could have been worth considering, like if you were to try to find like a totally different line, would be vault money. Vault money with like a horde to generate golds. If you can play a vault and find at least one gold, vault gives you a 6 card hand after you play it, and you can discard the other 5 cards, and then you hit province guaranteed so long as you find a gold. And then horde would help you generate the golds. I think in practice, like, even though that sounds like, oh well, that's a really straightforward thing, I think in practice, like, you have, you're not going to find a vault every turn. You're not going to find horde that often, and yeah, I don't know that I actually think that would be all that good. Like, you're not trashing any of your starting cards. Maybe you are. I don't know. Maybe you would. Maybe you could. Now that I'm talking through this, I kind of want to try it just to see how good or bad it is. Let's just give it a whirl. Oh, 2-5. Interesting. Well, that... I'm not sure if that pushes the vault plan or not. You can open with a vault, but you could also open with a charlatan. Well, if we're going to try it, we should try it. This is a pretty good start. Do we immediately go for horde? I think so. Do we even want silver? I think not. I would take an investment if I had 4, but... Now, we do need more vaults. It is a little early to start scoring. We could just take another horde as well. Yeah, we're gonna want to see the hordes. Maybe... These draws are almost, like, unreasonably good. We saw the vault turn 3, turn 5, turn 6. Like, that's... I guess in theory we could have seen it turn 3, turn 4, but... But we know... we're hitting... 5 next turn. Let me think about this. So we could just take 2 vaults here over the next 2 turns. This turn and next turn, I mean. And then go into the next shuffle with 3 vaults and 2 hordes. I think that looks pretty good. Well, now do we take an investment? Does that make any sense? We could also just take an estate to get a gold into the deck already. Maybe that is correct. Okay, now we bottom decked all 3 of our vaults and are going to trigger a shuffle with that, which is... So the good draws turned into an absolutely terrible shuffle. Okay, so investment. Anytime we would like play a vault and then play an investment, we either have to play it last anyway, or we would need more than just like the 1 gold to be able to hit province. I think it's not worth it. And the other problem we have is having all three of our vaults miss the shuffle. I think that can't be correct. I think we take another estate gold here. And is it better to get duchy gold or just gold? I really have no idea. I'm gonna go with duchy gold. If we get a lot of points, then, you know, that will accomplish something. Maybe now we do take a gold. Well, that's not great. Yeah, I'm starting to think we had like amazing early draws and we're still way behind here. I'm starting to think this strategy might not be viable. The bot has 2 butchers just shuffled. I mean, I think we take the province and hope that somehow. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna say this isn't great. I mean, the draws did turn on us, but I think it's actually too slow, or either that or I'm playing it wrong, and like the horde is actually not a good idea. I'm not sure how you would do it without it though. Like how you would gain enough gold. Yeah, okay, whatever. The bot did end the game way faster here than it did the previous time through. I'm gonna say that's. I mean, part of that's because I was scoring from earlier probably, but I was also not giving it any curses. It didn't gain a journeyman. It did not really trash that much with investment, which is interesting. But okay, well, whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.